It makes no sense how people compare a manga panel to a still frame in an anime, because that is never going to tell you if an adaptation is good or not, and we see this happening with Sakamoto Days, and they are hating hard. Like, people are saying they ruined the order scene in the anime because there's not as much aura, there's not as much detail, and the characters are not the same as the manga, and I see no problem with this. You say they lost their detail, but look at all the characters, they are very detailed, and what's even better is that they're all moving on the screen at once. That is impressive. Like, they could have just adapted this as a still frame in the anime, but no, they made sure to make all the characters move and show their personalities, and this is awesome. How are people hating? And let's get on to the details on the art style. A lot of y'all are saying, oh, there's not as much detail in the anime, oh, the art style looks off. Well, there's a reason for that. In anime, highly detailed character designs makes it harder to animate, so for Sakamoto Days, they went for a less detailed art style. And even though it's less detailed than the manga, they are still very detailed character designs. And on top of that, they mess around with the shading and the compositing filters to make it look similar to the manga. And for the art style, they have to take liberties for how the characters look because Sakamoto Days manga art is inconsistent. In Sakamoto Days manga, the faces change a lot, so the anime had to choose an art style that fits the beginning of the manga art style and the current manga art style. No art style is going to be the same from the manga into the anime. Look at AOT, JJK, Chainsaw Man, a bunch of others. I can admit the animation for Sakamoto Days is not the best, I admit that, but everything else is pretty dang good. And if you want to compare the manga to the anime, take a look at the manga panel and see how they adapted the scene into the anime, not a still frame. And still frames aren't bad in some cases, we're just talking about scenes where the characters are moving. Stop comparing a manga panel to a still frame, it's not good.